Wow, hello, beautiful souls. I hope everybody is having an amazing day. Okay, I know I look like what I look like in my last video, but believe me, I've showered, washed my clothes. It just happens to be another chilly morning, so I throw on a sweatshirt and then I change over to a t-shirt when it gets a little warmer. And this hair, it's going to stay like that for a while. It's got to get out of my way, or I'll end up taking the sheep shears to me, so don't want to do that. Not yet, anyways. So, I hope everybody is having an amazing day and everybody is doing well. Uh, as you know, I always have a lot of shit swimming in my head as I'm doing things, and this is no different. But before we get there, as you can see, back wall cleaned off, uh, full of nails, and the irony of this whole thing is we've got like 200 hammers here and not one claw hammer. Yeah, so am I going to have to go get a claw hammer? Yes, I am. Or I'm going to get my crowbar. See, either or. By the way, my crowbar is named Betty. So don't ask. Just, it is, okay? We'll just leave it at that. But I really, with everything that's been going on, trying to maintain a peaceful Zen, let's just take everything as it comes and get through it. The universe has a reason for all this. Well, I was kind of questioning the universe yesterday. Now, okay, let me get this out there. In case you don't know, full-time care for my mom-in-law, left my job to do all this, been fighting the system ever since. I got a call yesterday. Now, in the Carers Act in the UK here, they have 48 hours to do this. We're on 5 months now. And now they're sending someone, okay, to come out and assess and what you need, what you don't need. I said, what we need and what we don't need. Can you please elaborate on that? Well, we want to do what the best for your mom-in-law, what she wants, maybe carers or looking at alternative accommodations or things like that. And I says, we took on this role, if you read the case notes that we went to our MP about and made a complaint, that we are taking on the carer role. So we won't be draining the system. But what we do want from the system is to be, helped out a little bit. Like, am I doing this right? What's available to assist in caring for her? We've had to do a lot of hit and miss with this. And unfortunately, fortunately, I should say, I have not hurt her in any way trying to assist her. I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I did that. That would just be the end of all things. But I have hurt myself. I've hurt my back and my arms and my knee from pushing the chair in also. That's another story. So we've had to improvise and we've had to do hit and miss. Oh, crap, I just threw my back out. What can we do? Because obviously I can't lift on an angle when someone's in a sitting position. I can't do that. So, got a recliner chair that goes, wait, like that. So, okay, that's solved. Now we've got to get her to figure out how to use it. I can push the buttons all day long, but she needs some normalcy to be able to think she can do things on her own and independent, which builds her confidence, which is what we want. The other bit, I don't want to get too personal, but showering. I had an OT here. And I said, what can I do about this? We can't get her into the bathtub. Our shower is a cubicle, which is good because if she falls over, she just hits the walls and I'm standing in front of her. Every night I get soaking wet because I'm virtually half in the shower. And I said, but how do we clean, the private bits? Well, maybe we can get a Karen. I said, no, that will send her squirrely. And it's about keeping her dignity and everything intact. We need to find an alternative solution. So I found something, in case anybody needs to know this. It's called a sitz bath. Google it. It works, but why didn't they come up with something like that? Yeah, we don't know. So, okay, deep breath. Now, every night, pushing her in at the table. Our floors are getting wrecked because we have to pull the chair out. So I bought these little plastic caps to put on the bottom with felt. It's okay if nobody is sitting in the chair. They slide in and out quite easy. But when somebody's sitting in the chair, they don't. Well, they're high back chairs, so I got to use my knee to push forward. Well, you should see the size of the bruise I have on my knee, or had on my knee. So, got a little creative there. This is going to sound horrible. But I wanted to figure out a way to put wheels on the chair without having to wreck the chair, like drill into the chair. So, oh, jeez, I can't believe I did this, but I found they're square, and they've got 4 wheels on them and a little indent in the top. They're for moving furniture, heavy-duty furniture. Hey, you know what? I'll give anything a try now. I got them, put them on the chair. Oh, crap. Best thing ever. In and out, no problem. But they kept falling off. You know, chair tilts one way, or when you pull the chair out, you tend to tilt it a bit. So the 2 front wheels are sitting up there. So I took some fabric glue with the little plastic caps on the end of the chair. I glued it to the wheels. Yeah, that was about 4 months ago. So why are these things not out there? You know, what can I do to stimulate her? Yeah, Google's your friend. But then they tell you, don't go on Google. Well, what the hell? What the hell? Yeah, okay, there's a program that they might be able to help me help her. No, we got rejected because they don't think it could work within the timeline. So they're trying to keep their rating of, oh, look how good we are. We got 100% success rate. Are you kidding me? Is that what it's come down to? It's not about helping the people. It's about success rates. Because, well, they got to say that because they're taking our money, but they don't provide what we require. And that's really, really grating on me. But I will stand for something. As you know, I've been through the process of awakening and all this sort of thing. I'm not afraid to say anything. But unfortunately, I do got to be careful on what I say because I can very easily be deported. So, because I'm only here on a visa. You know, I'm not a resident of the UK. I'm still very much 100% Canadian. So, yeah. So I gotta kind of be careful, you know, on who I slander. Well, it's not even slander, it's telling the truth, but they're trying to silence us over here, taking away our right to free speech if it doesn't suit the narrative. And that's not going to work because there's a mass awakening going on. And that's one of the reasons why I'm on here, not just this video, is to help those people through that mass awakening. Because a lot of us, we went through it. And it's not something that you get over overnight. You have to work on it. You have to start understanding it. And one of the big things you have to do is don't fight it. Literally, don't fight it. Just go with it. I know that's easier said than done because it's in our nature to, no, I don't, no, because it's outside the norm. I can't say that because society says, you know, you got to be like this. And you don't have to be. You really don't. What the world is about and what's the reason for this mass awakening is they're trying to suppress when the world is supposed to be of love and peace. And people are starting to see that. Not being, you know, controlled, dictated to. I can go on and on and on with all the adjectives on what's happening right now. It's not the way it's supposed to be. We're supposed to come together as one and be united, be a unity of humanity. And if it's taking people like us to get out there and get on here and do this, we will. See, I don't even like doing this. I should say, I do like doing this, getting the word out. I don't even like having my picture taken, so let alone on a video so the world can see it. I must have had one hell of an awakening, which I did. But I also have to come to terms with myself that it's not about this. It's about the knowledge, the compassion, the helping other people heal. Because I'll tell you, you're hurting if you've been through it and you don't know what's going on, and everybody else around you is looking at you like you have three heads. Yeah, that's the hard bit. But there's people out there that have been through it and are in the same situation. We just need to connect. We really do. We just need to connect on that and come together. Share the knowledge, share the experiences. Not everybody is going to have exactly the same experience. That is okay. Somebody can experience something else. It all depends on their situation, their upbringing, their beliefs. There's a whole massive bag of crap that you bring with you that sets awakenings different. But there is a commonality between all that. It's in your heart, it's in your soul. And you want to come together as one. You want love, peace. You can't handle all this crap. Now, when you go in for the Kundalini awakening, I find that so far has been the hardest one. Because it's not only just sitting back on the sidelines and opening my heart and going, oh, I love you, I love you. It's, oh, hell no. I'm not putting up for that shit. I'm going out there and I'm going to stand for something. And I'm going to fight like hell to save humanity. Now, I can't do it alone. But what I can do is get out there and network. Start bringing the people together. And then, those people I bring together bring more people together, and so on and so on and so on. And you see how this goes. But believe me, you're not alone. You are definitely not alone. We are out there. Don't be afraid to reach out, please. I might go back and tell my story on this, because I know some people aren't going to go back and watch the original ones. But how it all happened, because now, even when I look at it, as I become more attuned with it and more comfortable and everything else, I'm starting to see things different. I'm starting to understand what that was all about. And it's actually changed my perspective, my narrative on how it actually happened to here. Because your mind tends to blank out things. And then eventually it all comes back to you. But, okay, people, I think I've been on here long enough. I'm expecting DPD, and the driver's name is Carl, so they say. I don't think it is Carl, because it's the same DPD driver, and I think his name is David. That's what it says on his shirt, so. We'll have to wait and see. Okay. Okay, beautiful souls, I'm going to love you and leave you, because I got to get my shit together and get moving here, because not only have I got to try and get a hammer somewhere, I might go knock on the neighbor's door. He's a lovely old fella. He has everything you can think of. Can I borrow a claw hammer for 5 minutes? And I've got loads of laundry to do. And my mom-in-law is having her friend over this afternoon. And they're going to have tea. So I got to get ready for that. And, quickly hoover. All that good stuff is you do. Okay. Again, I'm going to love you and leave you. Okay. Bye-bye.